And while all this is happening, there's all this shit breaking out in Bolivia, and there's been a lot of misinformation about it too. There have been people who said that the president has already fled, which I don't think has happened. And I don't even think that was intentional political misinformation. It was more of a matter of people just trying to get clicks. But yeah, as I was saying a moment ago, the situation in Bolivia is kind of wild because the indigenous populations, they live on land that is very wealthy in lithium, which they need that for electric cars and batteries and stuff. So there's obviously a lot of companies, most of them based here in the US, want to take control of that land and force the indigenous people off, as they've continued to do for many, many years all over the world. Evo Morales' party, which was elected out, was very favorable to the indigenous population. The new party that's in there is obviously more corporate. And like I said, there was just like a lot of infighting towards the end there, and the economy was really bad. So yeah, now the indigenous populations and a lot of miners and stuff have risen up, and they've gone on strike, and they have, shut the whole country down and have been protesting, and they want the current regime forced out. And it seems to be pretty serious. Like, it might happen. As because damned Rodrigo Paz is discriminating against Evo Morales. He is repressing him. We will not allow it. As residents and neighbors of El Alto join the providences that are here present, we will not allow them to repress us in that way. This government does not intimidate us. We are not afraid. We will be in the streets until the very end. So yeah, this current government is basically going to give away this indigenous land to a bunch of corporations, most likely. And not only that, when they got into power, they put in a bunch of austerity measures while the economy was already to shit, which is why they got into power. They took away a bunch of people's social services, which is very similar to what happened in Argentina as well. And I think they're already facing protests, even though he recently was reelected, Javier Milei. These are some more shots. This was from Drop. And I think I got a statement from Morales as well. He's currently in exile. I read about the situation with him a while ago, and I remember when he was in power. The North American Empire not only wants to eliminate me physically, it wants to invade Bolivia to steal its natural resources like lithium. We hold the world's largest reserves of that metal. Foreign mercenaries and pirates have already begun to act in coordination with the government of Rodrigo Paz and his right-wing allies. As always, their first attacks are lies and insults. They invent pretexts to invade with violence, massacre the people, and plunder our wealth. This is what they have been doing in South and Central America for many, many decades. I have a whole section in my World War III documentary about that. Yeah, and among their demands, they're demanding that Rodrigo Paz step down and all of the corporations that are currently in there trying to take the resources to force them out. Because I think that just in the past year that this new party has been into office, they have really opened it up to a bunch of US corporations for mining and drilling and stuff like that. And then there was this one video going around that they had left the country, but this is proven to be not true. And there was this video.
Hay cientos y cientos y miles de autos.
And then there was also people saying that they had blocked him at the airport. I don't think that that was true either. So there is this one journalist, Ali Vargas, who has been pretty good at breaking down what is true and not, and has a lot of sources in there, and because there have been a lot of bogus videos that have come out. So he's saying that the police have received orders to use live ammunition on the indigenous, and they're continuing anyway. That may be a threat, but you know. And I think this is the one where people are saying that his runway was blocked or something. And this is all like tied to the Honduras gate thing that I talked about last week. And Alchemy.Gaming did a clip of it. There is a journalist who did a couple of really good pieces on it that I'll have to track down, but I can't remember her name. And then there's also reports that the US is planning to kind of get involved with this to try to help this guy. That could get interesting as well.